I'd like to go back. You know, the question is put by Ashok Malik. Ashok Malik says, why are you hyping up the RSS factor? I take that question with a great deal of respect because it comes from Ashok Malik, a person who has covered the BJP and Sangh Parifar for much longer than I have. But Mr. Malik, with respect, I have this interview of India Today which Advani gave, in which he says this 2006 when he quit as BJP president due to the Jinnah remark controversy. He said, lately things have happened. Lately things have happened which give the impression that the BJP cannot take a decision unless it is endorsed by the RSS. By and large, the BJP takes decisions. Consultations we can have, but the RSS does not tell us do this or don't do that. Today,
here also they have not done.
No, but the impression, the same thing Advani said in 2006, Ashok Malik, that the BJP cannot take a big decision.
His blog yesterday.
Pardon me, Rita Bahuguna Joshi?
His blog yesterday also said the same thing.
His blog yesterday also said the same thing.
Within the party system, individualism, yeah, the same thing.
So the same
this
thing.
This is what he said. It's very sad that we're not being able to take
micromanagement, macro management, top level management. This is what Advani stood against. What happened today, Ashok Malik? I'm talking about Advani and the RSS.
See, there are two broad questions you're raising. One, the role of the RSS in the BJP. I certainly agree that after 2004, after the defeat of 2004, after Mr. Vajpayee retired and after Mr. Advani crippled himself following the trip to Pakistan and the Jinnah issue, the RSS tried to fill the vacuum and became a much more powerful entity within the BJP than it had for quite some time. Actually, Vajpayee and Advani had won a lot of autonomy for the BJP from the RSS, but in the period after 2005, the BJP actually surrendered a lot of space to the RSS. I agree with you there. And some of those, there were a lot of misgivings about that even within the party. However, that is a broader question about how autonomous the BJP should be from the RSS. I myself have argued in numerous articles that the BJP needs to be much more autonomous as a political entity, and while it can't break ties with the RSS and shouldn't either, it needs to think politically rather than just as a section of an ideological movement. However, today we are not really discussing RSS BJP issues, or we should not be, because the current issue is about Mr. Advani and Mr. Vajpayee. So by bringing in the RSS, which wasn't really a factor in what happened in Goa, where
now, how do you know it? How do you say it was not a factor? It now emerges. No. How do you say it's not a factor? One second. Rita Bahuguna Joshi contest that. Ms. Joshi contest that.
That is something that Mr. Advani could not stomach.
No, 1 second. Prakash Jadekar, 5 minutes. Rita Bahuguna Joshi.
2 days.
Rita Bahuguna Joshi, how do you say it's not a factor? Ms. Joshi, you accept that Ashok Malik says the appointment of Mr. Modi, RSS has no role in that?
Not at all.
No?
No, I didn't say it has no role in it.
It was loudly proclaiming that Modi should take over. Modi should take over. Modi was very much their choice. And Rajnath Singh has played a very important role with the RSS in elevating Modi. Everybody is playing their own game.
They had to choose a virulent face of Hindutva, and they opted for Modi.
There are all others who all want
Mr. Javadekar, haven't you played into the hands of the opposition?
No.
By announcing Mohan Bhagwat's name at a press conference as the problem solver?
On the other hand, I can appreciate frustration of the Congress. They wanted BJP to be split, and all news channels were saying whether it is going the split direction. But that is not the BJP culture. So BJP
split is out in the open, Mr. Javadekar.
Is not going to join
this matchup is more leading to
within the family, and we have solved our problem within the family in 24 hours. That's the real thing. That's the beauty of the Democratic Party.
Your problem is out in the open.
Congress which has split 10 times over in its history. We haven't, and we have remained together and will remain together.
So you are drawing solace from the fact that Congress has been 10 times.
We had never experienced any vertical
No, but
split.
here's the Congress
The
interesting
vertical
comment
split happened
that
in
the
Congress.
RSS
Vertical split
Fevicol is
happened in
keeping you
communism.
together.
Ours was always
Other
very
parties, Janata
transparent.
Party.
Ours were always a very
But
transparent.
we were never,
You are very
we had
secretive,
never
no?
a vertical
We are very
split and will
transparent.
continue to
There
be
is
united
no
team.
problem.
1 second. 4 minutes to
And
the
we'll
debate.
go more stronger.
Naresh Gujral,
There is
Naresh
terrible
Gujral,
crash.
Naresh Gujral,
There is terrible crash.
Naresh Gujral, Rita Bahuguna Joshi asks you directly, how can you say it is not your concern? The whole country would like to ask you, she says, how can you say it is not your concern? You heard her question to you, I want you to directly respond to the Congress.
Because my party is part of the NDA, which is a secular front. And I can tell you one thing, that next year when the elections are held,
Their understanding
people
of
of this
secularism
country
is
are fed up
utterly
with this
ridiculous.
corrupt and non-performing government. You have seen today that CBI has booked the former coal minister and a Congress MP. The country is fed up of their corruption, and I can assure you that the NDA will give a secular government to this country.
No, you haven't answered her question.
Every minority will
No,
be
that is
protected.
that.
I
Does that answer the
I
question? Ms.
represent a minority
Joshi, Ms.
party.
Joshi,
With Narendra Modi.
Ms.
I
Joshi,
represent a minority party.
Arnab,
Ms. Joshi, please, Ms. Joshi.
Arnab.
Are you living in a fairy world?
Please answer that question.
You want to say that with Narendra Modi and with RSS, you're going to give a secular government to this country?
They
Absolutely.
don't understand secularism.
Absolutely. Like Mr. Vajpayee
Mr.
gave a secular
Gujral,
government.
Mr. Gujral, you have to you have to reinvent secularism, Mr. Gujral.
Leader?
One sec. Aarti Jairat, yes,
My
Aarti Jairat.
friend,
No, but
1984, it was the Congress party that massacred
Under
the
Atalji's
Sikhs. Don't teach me secularism.
Congress
Come
is
on.
the most
Answer our
frugal
question.
party.
Say yes or no.
Congress is the most
Who
frugal
was
party
responsible for the
of
massacre of the
history.
Sikhs in 84? Why don't you answer that?
Respond to Aarti ji.
Yes.
Respond to Aarti ji.
Yes.
Is Narendra Modi a secular
Arnab, just 30
leader?
seconds.
Do you consider him a secular leader?
Answer that, Mr. Gujral. Answer
Narendra
that.
Modi is not our candidate for Prime Minister today. He is the campaign committee chairman of BJP. He has nothing to do with NDA.
Stating the
Yes.
question.
She says
Just a
evading
moment.
the question.
Arnab, can I just say 30 seconds? 20
Again,
seconds.
they have a hidden agenda.
Arnab,
Mr.
Arnab,
Javadekar
could I
don't have
speak
hidden
for Arnab?
agendas. Again,
No,
you are
not hidden
hiding
agenda.
facts.
Mr.
The question goes to Ashok Malik. No, you're not
Mr.
getting a direct
Rajnath
answer to
Singh
that one.
said-
Ashok Malik.
You see
Ashok
the
Malik, you see,
response of the country.
you see, what's,
Mr.
Mr. Manoj, one minute. Ashok, I'm going to Ashok Malik.
Yeah.
Ashok Malik, at the end of this, Prakash Javadekar, 3 more minutes.
Go, Arnab.
At the end of this, what emerges is that it was a known fact that Advani would take back his resignation, or he would withdraw, or that he would become more irrelevant and Modi would become stronger. It's a known fact. Do you think?
Yes, it was
Do
clear.
you think it's been a strategic, critical mistake to take the RSS Sarsanchalak's name as the problem solver who solved the problem? Do you think this undermines the BJP president? This raises questions that the BJP would rather have avoided. Raises another question. You know, you just solved one problem, you're not going to land yourself in another problem.
Well,
No, let
the
me
point
tell you.
is this. The Prakash, can I finish, please? See, yesterday Mr. Advani and his camp made specific mention of RSS intervention as one of his grievances while talking to journalists. So I guess it was only fair that the RSS chief intervened and either gave or sought clarifications. Now, and I'm glad the BJP president was upfront about it and said the RSS chief spoke to Mr. Advani. Because if he hadn't revealed that, and if it had come out later, it would have sounded even more conspiratorial than some of our guests are making it out to be.
Yeah.
But I have one question for Rita Bahuguna Joshi.
Yeah, go ahead.
Many of her party colleagues, including Mr. Digvijay Singh, felt sorry for Mr. Advani and said they considered him a graceful man, a dignified man, a great man, and they felt sorry for him. They also criticized other BJP leaders who they said took directions from the RSS and his chief. Today, by her own logic and by her own admission, she feels Mr. Advani took directions and orders from the RSS chief. So does her party still admire Mr. Advani? Or have things changed in
We
the
don't
past 24
admire
hours?
Mr. Advani. We have strong ideological
Yesterday, your
differences
party
with him.
office-
We were talking about his position.
Madam, yesterday half a dozen members from your party on various channels were shedding crocodile tears for him. I was there on the same channel.
Let me
They were
respond.
almost wiping tears for him.
Yes, we were talking about his position. We were talking about his position within his own party structure. A person who is called a patriarch even today, by the panelists of the BJP is being treated so shabbily.
Well, many people, many people thought, many people, please ask, one minute.
We felt sorry for him.
Tariq Anwar and the Tariq Anwar group.
He understood you.
For Tariq Anwar and the Tariq
generation is not dignified. You said all of that.
It was in different connotations.
Well,
don't put this connotation
for
on.
Tariq Anwar and the
ideological differences.
Yeah,
for the Tariq Anwar group, even Sitaram Kesri was a patriarch, and you treated him very badly. You forget what happened to Sitaram Kesri. He was manhandled.
20 seconds. Can I just
He was
come in?
manhandled at a Congress meeting. You remember that episode?
Arnab, can I
He was
just come in for
manhandled
20
in a
seconds?
Congress party in a party
Physically
meeting.
manhandled.
Wasn't he?
The working
Physically
committee decided
manhandled.
he resigned and Sonia Ji
No,
took over. It was a
your
different
party
issue.
president was
This is
physically
entirely
manhandled
different.
at a party
You are
meeting.
saying he's a patriarch. You're saying he was a patriarch. No, listen.
Arnab, can I come
when
in
they
for
talk
20
about
seconds?
morality, ideology, when they criticize the Congress, they should look at themselves. What are they talking? RSS is guiding them from not now.
No, let me, Arnab.
And Mr. Advani and Mr. Modi,
the debate
they are
will end
fighting out the
only-
battle themselves.
Arnab,
Yes.
Arnab, debate can be really meaningful if you read the full text, which has narrated the events in which the president of our party discussed threadbare issues with Mr. Advani ji.
You were about to say RSS.
He assured that whatever concerns he has raised, whatever
You were about to
concerns
say
he has
RSS.
raised, will all be addressed and will
Prakash
be
ji,
discussed
Prakash
at the
ji,
Okay,
party
gentlemen,
you were
forum.
true.
And only after this was done, then only after this
Why
was
did
done,
you not give
that
this
the phone
assurance
call
to Advani ji before
Prakash
he
ji,
put in his
while
resignation?
trying to-
you
Why
are
didn't
trying
you
to
do
cover
it
something
earlier?
which cannot be covered.
You could have avoided all this
I put this
ugliness.
question to our viewers.
Why not?
I put this question to our viewers. Do you think while trying to solve one problem, the BJP has landed up in another? Food for thought. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on that debate. Thank you.